everyone. My name is Meta Mohatlani, and welcome to this motivational talk with the ATs for 2021. I'm not alone. I'm with some of your ATs, Smangela from the FinTech division, Habiba, who goes by B from the Tech division, and Mandla and Amy, both from the Manfin division. They're here to spill all things motivation. They're here to tell you how they did it and help you kickstart that new academic year and that new block. So do enjoy. Okay, we're going to start with some quick fire questions. Just say the first thing in your mind that comes to mind. We're going to go alphabetical order: Amy, B, Mandla, and then Sma. Okay, so FinTech or tax, Amy?
Tax.
Tax.
FinTech.
Tax.
Okay, worst nightmare: audit cycles or deferred tax?
Deferred tax.
Audit cycles.
Audit cycles.
Audit cycles.
Study zone, CLM library, law library, or your room?
Room.
Law library any day.
What's a Noela?
Oh, option D.
Oh.
Sma?
Sir, I'm in my room.
Okay, exam venue, Hall 29 or Flower Hall?
Doesn't matter.
Hall 29 any day. Love it.
Flower Hall anytime.
Sma?
Hall 29. Hall 29.
Okay, so tough times, Amy, do you consult or do you push through on your own?
On my own, I would rather push through than consult.
I like to consult, make friends.
Oh, okay.
For me, it depends on the nature of the problem.
Okay, makes sense. Sma?
Consulting.
Consulting. Okay, that was really fun, guys. We'll end it right here.
No, I want to do more. That was so
We're
fun.
going on the main content.
Huh?
Okay, so let us start by reflecting on 2020. I think most students would say it was a tough year, given that we had to go under lockdown and having to work remotely from home. So one would say you could have easily felt demotivated. So Amy, what motivated you during the time? What kept you going?
Okay, so for me, it was a thing of I wanted to get through the year. So I kept telling myself, like, you can't be sitting down, relaxing all the time. Because I know there was this one point in the year where we didn't know what's going to happen. I think it was block 2. We were just like having this break going on. And for me, what I told myself was that you can't just sit here, try and work on and push through this year because it's already tough. You don't want to struggle again later on when it comes to that November exam. So for me, it's like, more of a consistency kind of thing where you try and you will maybe slag now and then, but then just try and be consistent. So I kept telling myself, be consistent. And then also like just relying on my family and my friends, because I know that, when you are at home and maybe at res and you feel so alone, like you feel like you're the only one studying. Yeah. And once you're no longer with your peers on campus, it's just you. So I don't know, it's more of like that support structure, leaning on everyone and getting that hug now and then. I'm not feeling well, ask your mom or whoever you feel comfortable with. Please just give me a hug. I need some strength. So that's what I used to do.
All right, B?
I think because everything was so haywire and I didn't know what was going to happen when, I thought that studying was the only thing I could control and passing was the only thing I could control. So I really pushed, really pushed a lot. It took a lot of my time to just, try and control that one part of my life, which was obviously trying to pass.
Smangele?
So for me, I'd say that the first few weeks were quite difficult because I was trying to adjust to the whole lockdown thingy. But then when I got back to rest, it was only me and my books. So I'm a very organized individual, and I also like baking and cooking. So that helped me to just relieve the stress which came with learning online.
Okay. Mandla?
Yeah, it was a very difficult year, even difficult to stay motivated. But I think just the hope for that there's still tomorrow, you know, that was the reason for me to sort of hang on there and sort of not let whatever is happening get to me. And then I adapted this thing of doing at least one thing every day. Like at night when I sleep, I reflect, what did I actually do today? Did I complete a task? Did I sort of complete whatever I had planned for the day? So I think that really helped me a lot, because if I hadn't put that plan into action, then I think I would have really done otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, some students now, some students got the bitter end of the stick, you know, and they might find themselves repeating a year, and having to repeat a year comes with a lot of questions, a lot of uncertainties, like you don't know exactly where to start now, right? So B, what advice would you give a repeating student at this time of the year?
I'd definitely say come and talk to us. I mean, you're not the first student to fail, and you definitely won't be the last student to fail. But I think speaking about it and figuring out where you went wrong last year, I mean, it could have been something as simple as too much anxiety throughout the year, which I'm pretty sure is a big factor in a lot of people failing because of how crazy last year was. So I definitely think that students should come and talk to us. We can see how we can change their study methods or encourage them and give them more motivation. So yeah, that's my advice.
Yeah. Amy, what do you think?
So I totally agree with B. What I'm also thinking of is, if it could have been like a learning issue that you might have had, you can always like try fix your issues in the beginning of the year. If it was some sort of a learning issue, don't like wait till the end to go and ask for help. So just like, if once you found that what your core issue was, just go and like, yeah, come speak to us, and also try work on it on your own as well. Because a good thing is this thing of self-regulating yourself. So you know that I know that I'm not strong in this area, so I need to try and work on that, and then work on it consistently throughout the year.
Yeah. So Amy, with what you just said, so maybe if you are that pushed through on your own type during tough times, maybe you want to try consulting more this year, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, what I wanted to say was also, like, if you are the push through kind of type like me, where you wanna do things on your own, there does come a point where you know that I can't help myself anymore. So it might not be a thing of actually like the study methods. It could even just be like you are really full of anxiety and you need to speak to someone. So for me, I know I was kind of okay with the work. The workload was obviously a lot, but I felt that I could do it on my own. And sorry, did you hear my way? That's a bit rough. So anyway, okay. It's busy talking back. So what I'm thinking of is, if you do have an issue and you do not, if you start feeling like you're not coping anymore, just go and ask someone. Because I did that at some points, but it wasn't at like, it wasn't like such a need to go and speak to a lecturer or an AT. It was more of a support kind of issue that I had. Like, I needed a hug from my mom. So it's not really a formal structure of teaching and learning. It's just a kind of support thing.
Okay, Mandla.
Yeah, for me, I usually describe 2020 as a year where sort of your background is reflected in your academic transcript. So things like study space, data issues, those really sort of affected the performance of us as students. So to deal with that, I would suggest that students sort of move to rest as soon as possible, so as to minimize the impact of study space and data issues on the result. As I say that, I believe 2020 made people who were not supposed to fail due to the challenges that came with COVID-19 and all that. So if it was that type of an issue, move to rest as soon as possible and try by all means to sort of be not not be too behind with the rest of the class, and just keep in line with them, because you don't want to be too behind up to a point where you cannot catch up. Yeah.
Okay,
To add on what Nanja said, I think it's quite a big opportunity to be able to go back to rest. I, for one, I'm grateful for that opportunity, because without going back to rest, I was not going to be able to pull through last year. So I think the students that are repeating should go back to rest, because the School of Accounting has given them an opportunity to come back and actually utilize the resources that are offered to them. Because for us as ATs, we've done CTA last year and we are their peers, so they should be able to approach us. If you are someone who is afraid of speaking to the lecturers, you should be able to approach us as the ATs, because we are your peers. And also, do not become too complacent, because if you've done, maybe you failed FINEC 3, the fact that you failed FINEC 3 last year does not make FINEC 3 in 2021 to become easier. You need to approach everything as if it's your first time doing it. That way you'll be able to pull through. Also identify what are your strengths and also what are your weaknesses, and work on both of them.
Yeah, and I think us, the ATs and the lecturers, are there to help the students identify those weaknesses. You know, we can help them reflect on what went wrong, what can they change this year. Okay. So guys, one last thing.